Action.
Hey guys, Taylor with AWS Restorations here. I've been answering a lot of questions online, but one that keeps appearing frequently is what we're getting asked is how to deal with the insurance company when they only want to pay for repairs, and in this case, shortchanging you, the homeowner. Now, this happens frequently. It's something we have to deal with on the back end here on a daily basis. In fact, we're very well versed in this, and the people in-house here at AWS Restorations are extremely skilled at handling this. Your insurance company, like a typical company, is out to make money. And I don't want to scare you off from your insurance company. That's not what I'm doing. I just want to paint a picture for you here. That being that you pay your deductible, you pay your premiums, you pay this insurance company to take care of your home if something happens to it. So they should be paying what you're owed. You've already paid for that new roof if damage occurred to it by paying your premiums. So they only want to pay for repairs, but a hailstorm came through and damaged your entire roof. The last thing you want to do is accept what they're going to pay out right away. We can tell you outright that this happens all the time to homeowners. It's a very confusing thing for people to deal with. Now, that local contractor, like ourselves, should be willing to sit down with you and go over line item by line item when it comes down to the statement of loss that was provided to you by your insurance company. At the same time, you're going to want to have that local contractor take a look at your roof to see what in fact was damaged. Believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, there are missing items on the statement of loss that comes from your insurance. And that's not to say they do it intentionally, but it is to say that human error exists. In this case, when storms come through, insurance companies become so inundated or overwhelmed with the amount of claims and work they have to do that it's inevitable. People are people. Things get missed, they get rushed, deadlines need to be met. And that's why it's important to have a contractor who knows what they're doing to take a look at that with you. So if they get up on the roof, they walk around the home, check for any interior leaks, and see that that's not on the statement of loss, a reputable contractor will fight for you, similar to a lawyer in court. Now, in this case, you're not really paying any lawyer fees. A lot of contractors worth their salt will do this for free. The reason being is they know they can help you out and at the same time hopefully win your business. It's a great business model that benefits the homeowner as much as it does the contractor. So, if they do find damage to that roof, or if they do find damage to your siding, or any other facet of your home that they believe they can have the insurance pay for it, trust them if it's legitimate damage. I will recommend that you possibly do some research first on what hail damage and wind damage actually is, so you know what you're talking about when dealing with this contractor though. A lot of times you will have contractors who aren't worth their salt tell you to file a claim without even looking at your roof. With just saying your entire neighborhood's filing a claim, file a claim. That's not what you want. You want them to take their time, take photos or video, and explain to you exactly what they're looking at. So when they do cross-reference that statement of loss and start pointing out damage, they can explain it what is missing and why it's missing line by line. Have them teach you. It's the best thing you can do is get educated and empowered on your own. And at that point, if that contractor's done a good job for you, go ahead and work with them. You can trust them. Any contractor that's worth working with is going to educate you on the process and tell you line by line what the costs are. Negotiating price, if you get a statement of loss, is probably the last thing you want to do when it comes down to repairs, because you really likely do not want to repair your roof if your insurance company is simply saying repair. Now, there are some circumstances that come into play with this, and I'm going to get them out of the way and have you understand that quickly, that I'm not trying to get you to file a claim unless there's legitimate damage. If you have a newer roof, say 8 years or younger, it's likely that if you have 1 or 2 missing shingles that it can be repaired because those shingles are still pliable. And what that means is if they crease, they will also lay back down flat and reseal when temperature gets hot enough during the summer, spring, or early fall. If your roof is older than 8 years, it is likely going to sustain damage from these wind events or hail events. So in this case, if the roof is 8 years or older, I recommend filing the claim if the damage is apparent. The roof is likely not repairable. You'll meet up with the handyman, get up on the roof, and he'll say, okay, let's repair this, let's repair that, repair this, repair that. Next thing you know, you're paying $600-700 to repair 9 shingles. Well, be warned. After you repair those shingles, especially in an area that was affected by wind damage, it's only a matter of time for the next windstorm to roll around, crease those shingles even more, or blow them entirely off your roof. So what you're doing then is paying 3 months later, it might be a year later. This cycle will continue. And as a matter of fact, after going back out to one of our clients in Ashburn, I noticed their neighbor's roof. This homeowner said to me particularly right away, not interested, I'm gonna do the repairs myself. He did. He's replaced half his roof since then, all on his own, paying out of pocket shingle for shingle. Eventually, he's gonna have to replace the whole thing. Don't be Mr. John and replace 5 shingles at a time, 20 at a time, 60 at a time, shelling out savings to do temporary repairs indefinitely.